Drake was tripping when he did this, bro, because it's a even playing field. You did the same thing I did, but you want to try to take me to court because my song is bigger than yours, and people started siding with me. Nigga.
All right, man, welcome back to another video. Hope your day's going good. And today's video, Drake just got destroyed. He could never come back from this. Yeah, man, so I don't know what Drake is doing. This man has caught so many L's from between last year to this year. It's just kind of insane at this point. When will he learn?
I don't think nothing can end Drake, bro. He's just like a cockroach. You might squish him, but when you go to the kitchen and come back, he's gonna be gone.
You fool.
This took probably the most embarrassing L I've ever witnessed on the internet. You kind of have to wonder what exactly was the strategy.
Bro, if a man gets pissed on and he still is number one,
What?
The last year or so, it kind of felt like
that was
you lost the battle with Kendrick,
disrespect.
and then the next year you embarked on a journey to ruin your public name, ruin your good reputation, and it seems like all for nothing. Like a lot of people was willing to kind of stomach, he's making himself look a little crazy, kind of bad, but it will be worth it in the end because he's gonna save hip hop and get $1 billion from UMG because they did him wrong. Come to find out, not only is he not gonna save hip hop because UMG won, but he's not gonna even get monetary rewards for all his trouble. He might be in debt because he might actually have to pay UMG lawyer fees and all the lawyers, and all the money they spend in lawyers, man. So the lawsuit against UMG was officially dismissed. This video, we're actually gonna go through the court's decision line by line and break down exactly why they denied or dismissed Drake's lawsuit against UMG. As crazy as this may sound, the person responsible for Drake losing this lawsuit isn't UMG or Kendrick Lamar. It's actually Michael Rappaport. A few years ago, Michael Rappaport and Dave Portnoy had beef. So Barstool dropped a diss track against Michael Rappaport. In this diss track, they called him all type of things, right? They called him a racist. They called him all type of names. Michael Rappaport was offended by the diss track, so he sued them. I can't play the diss track because it got copyrighted material, but essentially, like, the courts ruled that because the diss track was comedic, that the diss track itself was not meant to be taken seriously because of the diss track's, I guess, nature, that nobody could listen to this diss track and take away that what was being said was an actionable fact. And because of that, whatever was being said in this diss track could very easily be interpreted by the average listener as an actionable opinion. So hence Michael Rappaport has no entitlement to compensation for damages, and that was the ruling. Well, that set a precedent that Drake just couldn't get over. There's something called a legal precedent where judges will look at other cases that are very similar or maybe identical to the case they're currently judging, and they will look at that ruling and figure out, is this case any different? Like, do I have enough to where I could go against that ruling, or is it similar enough and there's not really much here for me to say that legal precedent is wrong and I need to make a new one? So in this particular Drake versus UMG, they referenced the Michael Rappaport diss track towards Barstool, and it says, the court concluded that the tone and apparent purpose of the diss track in regards to Michael Rappaport lawsuit, especially considering his use of hyperbolic and vitriolic words and imagery, further reinforced for the audience that the video is not intended to reflect an actual factual assessment of Michael Rappaport. This was the ruling. The district court faced no difficulty concluding that the context of this diss track reasonably signals to viewers that the challenge statement are the prejudiced, opinionated viewpoints of the Barstool defendants. The Second Circuit affirmed the district court's analysis, concluding that the nature and tone of the surrounding language can function as a strong indicator to the reasonable reader that the statement is not expressing or implying any facts. So the judges is looking at this like, well, we already have a precedent, right? The Second Circuit affirmed it. You had the district court affirmed it. Like at this point, this is what the precedent is, and we kind of have to go off of this. And there's not much in this Drake and Kendrick like lawsuit or battle that really differs from the Michael Rappaport and Barstool situation. Judges, when they was considering dismissing this, they looked at the nature of the Not Like Us video. They looked at the image. They looked at the thumbnail. They looked at the language. And the theme that was consistent here, the judges made a distinction between rap music, between art and creativity, and journalism, and reporting, and newspapers, and art. Like they said, listen, like obviously we can't treat like a rap song or a song in general. We can't treat that language the same as we would treat a journalist writing an article that's accusatory. Clearly, right, the average person or the average viewer or listener would distinguish between a journalist writing an article that's accusatory and a rap song. The judges will say Not Like Us is replete with profanity, trash talking, threats of violence, and figurative and hyperbolic language, all of which are an indica of opinion. A reasonable listener would not equate a song that contains lyrics such as "Ain't no law, boy, you ball boy, fetch Gatorade" or something. Since 2009, I had this bit jumping with accurate factual reporting. Now, this kind of shows too, like their opinion of rap music in general. They look at rap music as like absolute buffoonery. So like, man, ain't nobody listen to no rap song and treat no rap song as like accurate factual reporting. Which I'll be real,
Drake was tripping when he did this, bro, because it's a even playing field. You did the same thing I did, but you want to try to take me to court because my song is bigger than yours. And people started siding with me. God damn, you want to know some people that get in trouble in class and then you go to pointing out everybody else who did the same thing that you did. Fucked up.
In that thinking, if we're being honest, bro, because right now, like, yo, they even reference like YouTube and Twitter. They said, man, if somebody sees something on X, they're not thinking this. No, like in this society, people look at X or YouTube as like their news source. So it won't be far off to think that somebody may think that, yo, because he's saying this about Drake in his rap song, he's probably telling the truth, right? So then they will also say accordingly, right, because of the profanity and those other things, the reasonable listener of Not Like Us will conclude that Kendrick Lamar is rapping hyperbolic vituperations. I butchered the heck out of that word, bro. Right?
I was like, what?
Hey, people, bear with me. So the maneuver that Drake and them try to do to counter this, which I think was like really stupid and really dumb. So Drake and his attorneys, their counter to this, Your Honor, no, you got it wrong. People did think Kendrick Lamar was.
Yo, McCoy M02 just followed the game.
Actually, and you know what Drake's like response? What Drake brought YouTube videos from YouTube, and they said, "Look, you see, here's this person on YouTube saying Kendrick Lamar just exposed Drake. Yo, here's this person on X saying Kendrick Lamar just exposed Drake. Come on, Your Honor, like people believe in this." And the judge and them strike that down as well. Plaintiff contends that in determining if the lyrics in Not Like Us express fact or opinion, the court must consider the subjective views of listeners as well as commentators in a rap industry and the press who understood the recording, video, and image as an attempt to convey a precise factual message about Drake. The amended complaint cites extensively to comments and posts from YouTube and Instagram that expressed the belief that the recordings had exposed the truth and that Drake truly was engaged.
Oh, God.
In, the activities that Kendrick Lamar was accusing him of. Courts responded back like, Drake, man, cut that foolery, bruh. Right? They said, listen, man, the court holds, based upon a full consideration of the context in which Not Like Us was published, a reasonable listener could not have concluded that Not Like Us was conveying objective facts about Drake. The views expressed by users Kyle Ken, Mr. Right, and ZX Zabu. Man, come on, Drake. You could have picked something like something more credible, bro. All right, not random comments. Drake paid lawyers to do this, though. I thought Drake is worth a billy, bro. You supposed to bring lawyers that's coming to court like on the ish, man.
Yeah.
Yo, these names even sound like troll names, bro. And the other YouTube and Instagram commentators quoted in the complaint do not alter the court's analysis in a world in which billions of people are active online. Support from almost any proposition, no matter how far-fetched, fantastical, or unreasonable, can be found with little effort in.
Yeah, man. I didn't realize this video was so boring, y'all. If I had to pick a career, though, I ain't gonna lie. If I could have stick with one thing, I would have been a lawyer, y'all. This is right up my alley. Just making shit up and talking, using big words to confuse people so you could get more money.
Yeah.
That's me right there. I could have did that. It's just too much goddamn reading.
Any number of comment sections, chat rooms, and servers that some readers may infer a defamatory meaning from a statement does not necessarily render the inference reasonable under the circumstances. Which, to be honest, regardless of who you're rooting for or what side you're on, you kind of have to admit that's a pretty fair ruling. Like, that's not something that's egregious, right? Like, the judges sounds like pretty reasonable, like logical people, fair, right? Mm-hmm. And another important aspect of this is the judges took into consideration the rap battle. The judges took into consideration diss songs on both sides. And Drake and his attorneys, they fought tooth and nails for the judges not to consider the aspect of the rap battle or the other songs, claiming, yo, those other songs in that rap battle is very niche. Only Not Like Us was mainstream or was worldly. And the judge said, cut it out, bruh. The document reads that Drake was arguing that the court should ignore the songs that came before and assess Not Like Us as a singular entity. Drake argues that the average listener is not someone who is familiar with every track released as part of the rap battle before listening to the record. They would claim that because Not Like Us is far more popular than the other 7 songs, that Drake contends that the court should not consider those other tracks in assessing how the average listener of the recording will perceive the allegations regarding Drake, which is something that Drake, I believe, was not anticipating because Kendrick Lamar ain't suing Drake. They're not counter-suing. So Drake was expecting for Not Like Us to be looked at in just, just Not Like Us. But, the judges looked at all 7 songs and they said, bruh, like, you made accusations against Kendrick Lamar. You told Kendrick Lamar to accuse you of these things. Not Like Us just kind of sounds like a response to that. Like, what do you want us to do here? Like, of course we have to take a look at everything. Yeah. So the judge will say, moreover, while plaintiff is correct that the intended audience for the recording is the general public and not a subset of rap devotees or Kendrick Lamar fans, the recordings in a rap battle were likewise released to the general public. These were not songs accessible only to a select niche few, but tracks released by commercially successful artists. While Not Like Us may be the most popular of the diss tracks, the other songs were hits in their own rights, with streams in the tens of millions or hundreds of millions. Additionally, it was not just the recording which gained a cultural ubiquity, but the rap battle itself. In deciding this motion to dismiss, the court need not blind itself to the public attention garnered by this particular rap beef. The court takes judicial notice of the extensive mainstream media report.
All right, yeah. Man, I'm tired of looking at these words on screen. Now y'all see why I couldn't make it as a lawyer. It's too much goddamn reading. I don't give a fuck about compliance section 200, number 280. I don't give a fuck about that shit. I just want to go out there and speak my shit. Go out there in a 3-piece suit. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you're speaking with your public prosecutor, Jordan Stewart, and I'm going to tell you why this motherfucker is guilty. Now let me have your case. I'm going to rest my case. Sentence him to death.
That's not funny.
Niggas out here, man. I'm the best one out there, boy. I make niggas laugh, cry, feel any type of emotion you want me to make them feel, man. I can do that.
Yeah.
Confuse them? I can do that. What you want me to do? Shit.
And that surrounded the release of Not Like Us and associated feud between Drake.
Oh, yeah. I got sidetracked, y'all. I was about to put us back through it. I'm ending it here. It's very clear that Drake has lost. I don't really think there's much just to add. I think he'll still come back from this. He's gonna lose a lot of money because he was willing to go about a battle and trying to be smart about some shit that wasn't worth being smart about.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said before, bro. Even though all of this is going on, Drake can still make a song right now, and that shit will go #1. So, does this really matter? I don't think so, bro.
Yeah.
But like Jay Stu said, he gonna lose out on a lot of money trying to fight this shit. But hey, that's his fault. He the one who want to take these actions.
Yeah. All right, man. You already know. Made it to the end of another video. Love y'all. Great for y'all, man. Been rest of the videos on the channel. You already know. Go catch y'all in the next one.